Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to JAHAN-E. And today is Monday. Monday is dedicated for the teachers. We are here to motivate the teachers because teachers are the ones who motivate millions of students. Let's motivate our teachers. They deserve it the most. And under this program, Motivate Million Teachers, today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is subject enrichment activities. Nowadays, only bookish knowledge is not sufficient for the students, neither they are interested in the bookish knowledge. The knowledge is easily available for them on a click, but they are more interested or they are keen to involve themselves in the activities and indulge. Then they have keen interest and they learn faster. Subject enrichment activities play a very important role. That's why we have dedicated today's episode to subject enrichment activities. And to discuss this important topic, we have two eminent personalities with us. We have with us Mrs. Shakeena Arshi, who is a passionate learner and a dedicated educator. Assalamu alaikum, Shakeena. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Welcome to JAHAN-E.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Welcome to you too.
And we have Mrs. Wuska with us, Mrs. Wuska Aslam. Mrs. Wuska is a dedicated and talented teacher at a public school, and she is always keen to learn new things and to implement new ideas in the classrooms. Assalamu alaikum, Wuska.
Wa alaikum assalam, ma'am.
Welcome to JAHAN-E.
Thank you so much.
So let me first come to Mrs. Shakeena Arshi Sahiba. As you know that today's topic is subject enrichment activities. What is your understanding of this topic, Mrs. Shakeena?
Subject enrichment activities are activities that are that enhance, that enrich the understanding of a particular subject. So whether it is English, math, or any language or any other subject that you have, apart from the activities that we do with the children, these activities help the children to have a basic critical thinking and problem solving abilities are enhanced in these, and they are able to do it hands on, and it's a small group, so it helps you understand, make the children understand, and promote the outside the thinking out of the box. So it's subject enrichment.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now coming to Wuska, what is your understanding of subject enrichment activities?
Subject enrichment activities are basically those activities which helps in making the learning process more effective and helps to develop the understanding in a real sense among the students. And there are various activities through which the teacher can teach the concepts in various subjects, like hand-on activities, case study based, situation based, taking the students outside the classroom to have the to develop the understanding about the various concepts in different subjects.
Thank you very much.
The students.
Yes, so now it's clear by both of yours understanding that subject enrichment activities are the activities that is done beyond the classrooms to enhance the understanding of the children or deepen their understanding of particular concepts. Now coming to the importance of such activities, why it is important to conduct subject enrichment activities, and if we are not conducting such activities, how the students are going to be like less privileged, or they are going to be deprived from certain learning aspects or from certain developmental aspects of their personalities. Let's discuss this aspect also. Yes, Mrs. Shakeena, what do you think that if we don't conduct such type of activities, is it going to harm to the developmental aspects of the students?
Ma'am, I would not go to the extreme of saying it will harm the development, but I would say that it would stagnate their development very much. So whatever the child has learned through the bookish knowledge or through the activities that are there in the textbook, or the activities that are being done on a regular basis, those activities are in today's world, in this period of lockdown and pandemic, it is not sufficient. Basically, what we require is we require some more activities that are more for academic benefit. They are able to bring the concept of the subject, of the lesson, of the particular topic that we are discussing, brings out, and it shows them how to think and do everything differently. And also these activities help them in the social and emotional they also give social and emotional benefits. So these children, if they do come and sit down together with other children, and they are able to think do use the same concepts that were used earlier, but in a different manner, that will help them make a third concept that is their own, uniquely their own. It improves their self-confidence, it improves their self-esteem, and this is particularly necessary right now. And this is very important that subject enrichment activities be conducted in schools, either if it is possible through physical mode or through online mode. And that's
Okay, so thank you very much. I remember when I was in DPS, so every Monday we used to have first period as creative classrooms. And that was like a horrible thing for the teachers, I must say. Like, you know, they used to think that, oh my God, I have to do something new every day. And but they used to conduct lots of innovative classrooms. I must appreciate them and their efforts. I still remember one of the class. That's why I wanted to share here. I still remember that there was a topic on in Hindi, or no, in some other language. I think Tamil. It was Tamil, yes. Because in that school we used to teach 6 third languages. It was Tamil, then Bangla, Malayalam, Hindi, Urdu, and French. So all these languages we used to give the options to the students. They have to opt as per their convenience and as per their likings of the subject of the language. So it was Tamil, I remember, and the topic was something Paushtik Ahar hota hai na, balanced diet. So so when I entered in the class, you know, the whole class and the students were with their tiffin open in front of the class, with a big sheet of paper where it was written that what particular dish they have brought and what is the ingredient in that, and how those ingredients are helpful in maintaining their health. And in this way the teacher has planned in advance in such a way that each and every child was highlighting different aspects of the balanced diet through the tiffin the child has got from the home. So I still remember that class. It was very interesting. And then after presentation by all the students, the tiffin was shared by them, and they all shared their tiffin with the peer group. And it was really quite enjoyable. At the same time, it was quite learning also. Everybody now knows that which food is healthier and which food they should eat and which food they have to avoid. So I was thinking that if the teacher would have just simply written on the board that this is vitamin, this is protein, this is carbohydrate, and in this food it is like this. So it was so boring in the class, but how the teacher has thought of bringing some innovation in the class, and the teacher has conducted one activity that is enhancing the knowledge and understanding of the children in the class. So that is still is in my mind. There are many other classes, but that one of the class I just recalled right now. So Uska, what do you think that how important it is to
It is
have, yes.
in nowadays it is really very important. The most important thing for the education is to develop the personality of the students, and the personality of the student is developed only through these activities, and not only through not through the bookish knowledge, that is limited one. So these subject enrichment activities helps to develop the innovation among the students, creativity, and the critical thinking ability among the students. As you have shared your experience with the experience through the subject enrichment activity, you were able to retain the concept for a longer time and help you to develop the more understanding about the topic and the interest. So the importance of the subject and enrichment activity is that it helps to develop the understanding, it helps to retain the concept for a longer period, it helps to develop the creativity, innovativity, and critical thinking ability among the students.
So thank you very much, Uska. And now, you know, when you have spoken about that, how I remember my teacher who was demonstrating the class, I remember one of my teacher when I was learning. You know, you can imagine that it's not the recent thing I'm talking about. It's like quite long. I'm talking about somewhere around in 2000. In 2000, I'm talking about. So there, the teacher used to teach us educational psychology, and she was a wonderful professor. I must confess here, and I must remember her with good names. And one day when I entered in the class, I found that there were 8 names written on the board. And you know, I used to go to Delhi University from Okla. So normally I used to be little late, like sometimes 5 to 10 minutes, because the bus used to come at 8 o'clock at Okla. And from there I have to reach to Delhi University, and it takes approximately 1.5 hours time. That was there. So I reached quite little late, and the class started, and she has written 8 names on the board, and one of the name was my name. I was so scared that what happened, what did I do? Then I entered in the class, then teacher started explaining the things, and she asked that, okay, now tell me, how is Rahul? Everybody started saying Rahul is a very good singer. She said, okay, fine. And now tell me, how is Priyanka? Yes, Priyanka is a great, she's a great artist. So like that, she has started asking about all those 8 students. And then she asked about me also, because my name is also written. Then everybody said, oh, she is very friendly, and she can she can gel with everyone. And she has the capability of like having the close relationship with the people. So in this way, all 8 students were described. Then she said that this is the concept of multiple intelligence theory. You know, each one of you have different types of intelligence. Like you have said, Rahul is a good singer. So Rahul has musical intelligence, while Priyanka has spatial intelligence, and while Halima has interpersonal intelligence. So in this way, she has so beautifully narrated that concept, that concept is very much clear into my mind. So that Howard Gardner's concept is there, multiple intelligence. So that was my teacher who has taken the real life example to make the concept so clear and effective that it is still in my mind. Do you remember any such concept, Shakeena, Arshi, while you were teaching or while you were taught? That concept is still very clear in your mind?
Ma'am, my students are usually kindergarten students, and I remember teaching them the concept of not I would not say the concept, but it was just a practicing of addition and subtraction, and it was a fun way where I distributed a lot of pea pods to my students and said, "This is your money." And I gave them a list. So it was a grocery shopping list, and we had a list of fruits that they were supposed to purchase from their co-students, and we made a fruit salad. And my students come back to me, and even today, they once they do call up and they talk to me, they ask me, "Ma'am, that grocery shopping store was a remarkable thing. because they actually went around this classroom and they found that fruit. They purchased it with the pea pods, and they brought it and we cut it and we had a fruit salad. So it is something that that is hands-on, and it is they were able to say purchase it with pea pods, so that um, um, addition and subtraction was the concept of addition and subtraction was understood. A concept of multiplication when they needed to buy more than one banana or some other fruit. So that was also understood, and it helped them to understand that this is what we actually do when we go to the market, and this is it was a remarkable activity for all of us. We all enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And I think the students also must be remembering the concept of addition and subtraction, and they may be helping their parents while shopping in the market. And
Yeah.
yes, Uska, do you remember any such activity that you have conducted or you were taught through that is still in your mind?
I just need some time to think over it. I will let you know.
Okay, so when we talk about subject enrichment activities, so what do you think that which type of activity is more effective, and what all we have to keep in mind while conducting such type of activities with the students?
Ma'am, what are most effective, the as you were mentioning that the activities done by your teacher, where a lot of thought was put into what the dishes should be brought by particular students, as well as the vitamins and the minerals which are in that particular dish. So this it requires basically a good planning effort. It also requires that the child should be able to relate to it. Like, unless they had brought it by themselves, they would not know that, yes, you know, my mother puts curd or yogurt in this curry. So they would not know that, yes, yogurt gives me calcium and this is important for my bone development. And so they should be able to, when we are cooking, we are doing some things, these activities, they help them to understand and relate, basically relate. And I was doing an activity in my classroom. We were making cake. So because my groups are small, so I can afford to do all these activities. All the students measured different items and we poured it and we blended it. And obviously I went and baked it, and we all had tea with it, and it was fun. But the thing is that the child should understand that this needs to be done. This is the measuring, this is the thing. Age appropriate activities are best, and they should be able to understand what you are doing, not just that, okay, we're simply mixing things and finishing it off, eating it. It is why we are doing this, how it helps, what it does, how it helps your body, and why is it a good food, why is it not a good food. So these small things matter.
Yes, you are right. You know, when you were talking about the measuring and about the ingredients and their names, I again recall one more class of my teachers. One day what happened, the teacher was supposed to enhance the vocabulary. You know, one period we had we used to give in the English period, one period as vocabulary enhancement period. So in that, the teacher has to select different themes. So that particular day, the theme was kitchen, like the items in the kitchen. And I remember, I think students were from grade 2 or 3, like that, I think to grade 3. So then I asked the teacher, okay, you do one thing, why don't you take the students to the nearby grocery shop? Then I arranged a bus, and then I asked the children. There were, I think, 30 students in the class. So the buses were always parked in the parking area of the school. The driver came, and then a teacher and the students, they all went to the grocery shop, and there they asked the shopkeeper to show them the real material, like how is rice, how are pulses, how are spices, different type of spices, the names of those spices. And you know, you will not believe, within 25 minutes they have seen 25 items of a grocery shop. They remember, and they came back also. Like normally the periods are 40 minutes.
Right.
Even if we have to give 10-15 minutes extra, we will not mind of conducting such activity where students are enjoying and learning. But they were able to do it because the grocery shop was just close by to the school. So that's why I still remember that when the students came, they were so excited. Ma'am, I'm going to share the words that I have learned today. And they all were just rushing each other and pushing each other to come to me and to just tell me those words that they have learned. It was really quite fun for the students to learn and enhance their vocabulary.
It helps the teachers also to give such examples and to extend from that one activity to further activities, like just going to the grocery store, looking at all those items that you have purchased or what they have seen. They can extend it, that what is this, what color is this, how does it smell. So you know, this thing can be further extended into different subjects or different aspects. And obviously GK, general knowledge, will always be a benefit to the child. They will not be that, okay, ma'am is just teaching me what is in my textbook. It is, knowledge goes beyond the textbook. My KG class student, during the examination, she asked me, ma'am, I have to draw a pen, so which pen is it? And I was dumbstruck. Seriously, I was dumbstruck. I discussed it with my children today also, that a pen, which we usually take as a pen and pencil pen, but the child has this vocabulary that a pen is also a fence for this thing, cattle, right? So they know, they have this. So somebody is teaching them, somebody is learning. That is the reason that the child is able to question me, that which pen do you want me? This, maybe it was just an innocent question, but it really shakes me that, see, general knowledge is very much needed in today's vocabulary. People say a lot of different things, and unless we teach them correct things, they will not know. So it is really amazing.
I agree. I agree 100%, Shakeena Sahiba. And, you know, we have many teachers with us today, and they are very keen to know about these type of activities. And one of the teacher, Pinky, is with us, and she just wanted to know that whether we have some experience of ADHD students or dyslexic students. As a principal, I can say that I have the experience directly. I have not taught them, but I have seen the counselors taking care of them. And the way they used to conduct their classes, they used to have exclusive classes for those type of children. And the materials they used to make, the very colorful materials. And at the same time, it was concept clearing materials with them. So I remember that some of the other students who are like not ADHD or dyslexic, but they wanted to attend those classes of the counselors.
Exactly.
Those classes were so attractive for them. So this type of experience I have seen the counselors taking special care, and they used to teach the teachers also, like teachers of such children. They used to conduct their classes after the school hours, that how they can make their learning more interesting and simpler also, because there are certain concepts that are very typical concepts that we cannot directly give to them. We have to start from simple to the complex, and in this way the counselors used to give, or the special educator used to teach and train those teachers.
Right. When I was in Canada, like the class that I would volunteer in, they had a differently abled student there, and they had special educators. Each child had a special educators assigned to them. So as you just mentioned, that they would after the morning assembly, after the circle time, they would take those students a little further, and they would sit with them, and whatever concept the teacher was teaching, the same concept was taught, but in a different manner. So I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but when I was volunteering the whole class, I was helping out. But this special educator had different stuff with her, and she would show it to that person, that boy, and help him to do his work. So it is really interesting when the other students, as you just said, that they did peek into it, and then they did want to inquire, ma'am, what is happening? What are they doing? How can we do it also? So it's very interesting indeed.
Yes, yes, you are right. So Mrs. Shakeena and Ms. Wuska, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time. We come to the end of our show, Motivate Million Teachers. And I am 100% confident that I'm going to motivate uh, a million of teachers
Inshallah.
if Allah inshallah permits my life. And this is my firm belief that the teachers are the ones who are the builders of nation, and they should be they should be motivated the most in our society. That's why every Monday we are conducting such type of programs where teachers, they are given lots of tips, lots of learnings, and lots of sharing in this platform that is called Motivate Million Teachers. Thank you very much, Uska. Thank you, Mrs. Shakeena, and thank you
Thank you.
all my lovely sisters.
Thank you, Dr. Halima, for having us. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I really am very much impressed by your program and your will to motivate a million teachers. It was a pleasure being on this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Mrs. Shadab. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you, Rizwana Khan. And thank you, Oppo A53. There is no name, but the mobile name is there. Thank you very much. And thank you, my dear viewers. This was Motivate Million Teachers. See you next week at the same time with a different topic for the teachers. Until then, my dear lovely teachers, I love you dearly. You are the best in the society. Just keep your spirit high. And this Corona and COVID should not demoralize you, demotivate you. You are the ones who are always motivating the students, the parents, and the society. You keep motivating them and keep motivating yourself. Thank you very much. May God bless you always. Take care and bye-bye.
Allah Hafiz.